Guys, how you doing? You're welcome to yet another amazing episode of the Ladies Talk Show, where we get to discuss any and every single thing that has to do with the ladies. I remember your beautiful host Chika Obo, and I never get to do this alone. I always have my beautiful ladies in the studio with me. Ladies,
Yes, so
how you
beautiful
doing?
ladies. Very well.
Why are you taking this one? No. You have to really be in this mood because it's actually as the anniversary week. We just finished the anniversary.
Boss.
Our
I like
second
the
year
anniversary.
anniversary
Yeah.
for
It
Western
was
Spring
fun.
Television, 90th anniversary for Rave FM. It was amazing. Hope you guys enjoyed it. What was the vibe like for you?
Yeah, I enjoyed it personally.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
The
food was so nice. I had an opportunity to eat
Mm-hmm.
oha soup.
Oh yes.
Yes,
Are you
I
serious?
dreamt about the oha.
I had to message. Oh God,
Yeah.
oh God, oh God. Let me keep that aside.
Let's just
But
keep
this
that
week
aside.
was awesome. Just so awesome, and especially the food. It's so awesome.
Not even the outside.
The food.
The games part.
Okay, the game's part. Okay, that one go where you go where, but the food.
Yeah, it was. All right, Judy.
People know I
Yes,
always go for.
of course. Introduce yourself to the audience.
Yeah, this. Sorry.
This is not radio. It's not no tension zone.
Yeah, this is Judtih Ahana. The best.
She was about to say this is your Omalicha one over
Yeah, this is
radio.
Judtih Ahana, and it's so nice to be with you ladies. And talk my fine girl. Told me smooth. He told me, let me tell you, anyone I marry, you collect money. You're a fine girl.
No problem.
And you need to start collecting the money now. Then.
If anybody shaking you this office, tell me.
All right, thank you.
Fine.
Nice to have you. You're looking
Yeah.
good. I love the pink and black
Yeah, I can
thingy
see.
you've got going on.
This period there,
What's happening in this period? Just me.
let me tell you.
Yeah.
These clothes,
Oh,
You
yeah.
guys.
Yeah. No, but you've been rocking the outfits well. Considering.
Yeah.
You
But
have
it is
been.
hard though.
I
Sometimes I'll
understand.
just lie down and be like,
But you've been trying though. You
I'm
have
like,
been.
what am I going
So
to
shout
do?
out to you.
Then,
No, you have to be
Leave it.
really considerate about it.
No easy.
All right, moving on to Tope. How you
Yeah,
doing?
I'm
How have you been?
Fine. Fine.
Mhm.
But talking about the anniversary,
Yeah.
only Judith got to eat a lot of.
Mm.
I mean, it was only the anniversary. I didn't even know
we-
because I was like out of touch
Wait,
with
wait.
info.
You know,
I didn't
she's
I
not
did
the-
not eat any meal until the anniversary day.
Did you
Yeah.
come? Did you come
Office.
on the? Did you come on the Monday of the anniversary? Did you come to that
No.
Monday? That's the
I was
thing.
here on Monday, but I
Really?
left before.
Early before we started sharing
Yes,
lunch.
and I did not know anything.
Oh,
you
so
know that
sorry
way.
about that.
because it was stated on.
She's not on the
And I
WhatsApp
feel
group.
like-
That's the thing.
I mean, so that was what made me really like a bit disappointed yesterday,
Mm.
or like, but
Mm.
it's all
Even
good.
the lunch yesterday.
But then,
The lunch.
But then you
I
were
missed
aware of the games,
everything.
though. I called you personally to call
yes,
you, but you chose
I was
not
not
to
interested
be
in the games.
present.
I wanted to go
So
to the
it's
cinema.
somehow
then.
on YouTube for
No,
not
that's
being
the games. I
available.
never showed interest in the games from the
I
onset.
hate
But
it.
then,
Yeah.
Killing zombie.
I think I loved the retro
Deluxe.
idea. Yes,
Yeah,
it was
It's
really.
beautiful.
I think it was a great idea.
Mhm.
It's something that really like it was a sort of a source of inspiration for
Mhm.
me, and I think it was for many other people.
Mhm.
It took us back to our roots, and I think we should do
Yeah.
that more.
More often.
Yeah,
I
true.
even think that on many of our programs, or many programs in Nigeria, we're
Mhm.
losing touch with that,
Mhm.
and
Our
it's something
culture,
we
right?
really our cultural, our roots.
Mhm.
And then it was great seeing everybody on their own cultural, and it was beautiful. I
Yeah,
loved it.
it
I loved
really
it.
was.
Not everybody
Kudos to
though.
you.
I came looking like
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
hers
I
was
just-
the Western old school.
Yes,
Westerners.
you could pass for that. But really, it was a beautiful anniversary.
And we had
Mhm.
any gele used and gele.
Yeah. And before I move on to Tommy, speaking about the fact that Judith ate a lot of food, that anniversary night, we had given the awards like different
Yeah.
people, and then foodie of the house
given to
was
the
Judy.
baby.
So you can already
Well deserved.
understand why she's the one that would eat all the
All
food,
the
because she's the foodie of the house.
Because I was following time to time.
Mhm. Because it was
Keep it
important
up.
for you to eat the food.
Yes.
All right, moving on to Tommy. How you doing? I
I'm
love
very
this
well.
pink shirt you've got on. It's really, really nice.
Thank you so much. Thank you. The highlight of my week was the VR. And shout out to Lydia and Cassie as well. I wish we can actually just show them the videos on where you were
Yeah.
screaming, my mommy.
That's true.
Well, anyways,
Some people lost their steez.
Oh, yeah.
honestly,
With no shame.
With no shame.
I accept. Don't worry.
Some people did not even
You
pass to
can't
the
shame the
first.
shameless. I
Cassie.
accept.
Why did you not? Why you not upload the video? Where both
I put it on my WhatsApp. So anybody that's not my WhatsApp, I'm sorry about
No,
that.
you have put it on this our show.
I
So that
can't put it on a public platform so that the internet never forgets.
but Cassie lost her steez. Let's just tell you.
Yeah.
God.
my eyes is turning.
It's going on your.
Anyways, it was a great event.
Mommy,
yeah,
oh, that's
fun.
Sulia.
Yeah.
Sulia was shouting, mommy, oh, mommy.
And then you that was expected to get scared, you were just, pat.
But that's what be sweet to kill. You know, it's just like killing your enemy. And I was just thinking about all those my enemy village people. I was killing them.
All right, Toby, continue, please.
All right, that's all. Was a great
thank
outing.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great week.
Lovely to have you all ladies today in the studio. We're going on a quick break, and then when we come back, we'll be discussing something very exciting, so don't go nowhere. You're welcome back to the Ladies Talk Show. All right, so the topic we'll be discussing today is about a certain man who has come to social media to lament about what he's currently going through in the hands of his wife. Now, this man is based abroad, and his wife is here in Nigeria with their 2 children. And every school term, he sends school fees down to his wife to pay for the children's school fees. Now, she told him that each child's school fees per term is 500K. So every term he was sending 1 million naira for the 2 kids. And you know, for school sessions for secondary school students, for primary school students, they have 3 terms in a year.
Yeah.
So each term 1 million, 1 million, 1 million. That's 3 million naira per term. And this had been going on for about 8 years. Now, randomly, he was speaking with a friend, a mutual friend, whose children are also in the same school where his kids go to too. And I was lamenting about the current situation of the economy and, you know, how hard it is to pay school fees now and be up to date. And he was just telling him now, you know, to get 250K now per term is a problem. And he was like, wait, hold up, 250K per term, but my children pay 500K per term. Why is it different? And I was like, no, bros, it's 250 per term for each child. And he didn't want to believe it. He probably felt maybe there's something extra his kids are benefiting, because how would his precious wife lie to him for 8 good years? So when he came down to the country the next time to visit them for the usual, you know, conjugal visits, he went to the school to ask directly without telling the wife to find out how much the kids are paying for the school fees per term. And he was told each child pays 250K per term. So for every term, his wife was scamming him of 500,000 naira. Every year, she was scamming him of 1.5 million naira. 1.5 every year for the past 8 years was what was happening. And he's devastated, he's heartbroken. He can't believe that his wife would lie to him on such a grand scale. He can't believe it. And so now we want to discuss, because many people have said it's a normal thing. I mean, a lot of African women do this. When you want to go to the market to go and buy something for soup, okra soup or whatever soup, and it's 20K to cook it, you're telling your husband, oh, it's 40K. A lot of women do this. So it's somehow something that has been normalized. But what we're discussing here on the show today is if we should normalize what she has done, or we should castigate her. I'll be starting with Tope.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll be starting with you.
First, I mean, when you were talking and you talked about 8 years, my mathematical head, I'm thinking, is it that they never left the class, or their school fees never increased, or all of those 8 years? I mean, even if you were supposed to be in secondary school, you wouldn't spend 8 years, would you? If you were in primary school, I don't think you would spend 8 years. But all of those, that aside, see, I think, let me first lay the foundation. I don't think there should be any excuse for lying to your spouse, or, I mean, lying intentionally, or lying to benefit from your spouse. Now, that being said, I also know that some spouses, God bless their souls, can be very difficult to communicate with, or to get your benefit from them financially. In court. Not see, I don't know what their relationship is like, but from the way he said it, it's not looking like the man. It's not looking like the man is
Stingy.
or I don't want to use stingy, but I don't think it's shying away from his responsibilities.
Mhm.
But then some men seem to think that the only important personalities in a marriage are the children, and then they neglect the wife, or they also feel that this woman is too wasteful, she's a spendthrift, and I mean, I would just send her, whatever. But then I've said it, I don't think there's any excuse. But then some spouses make it difficult to defend them. They make it difficult to uphold some values. They make it difficult um to really speak out against some things. But then the truth needs to be said. I think it's wrong. I think you should ask directly. And then if it isn't, I think you should also up your game. I don't think you should lie about it. I think you should just look for other needs. Other needs that you can, I mean, that is a fixed expense, the school fee. There is a fee to it. But I think if you were to get money for upkeep, for food, you could always, pad that up.
So you're saying it's justifiable if she was collecting extra for money for food, but it's not justifiable to collect
on
for
the school
money
fees. That's
for school
direct
fees.
lie.
Is it not still
No.
It's the same thing.
I don't
You're
think
collecting
it's the
extra
same.
is you're collecting extra.
No.
At the end of the day, a lie is a lie. Whatever it is you're lying about is still a lie.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying that you could always collect more for food.
Which is still a lie.
It is not a lie.
But it's not the correct amount.
What is the correct amount? Are you telling me? I'm not saying
you adding extra is an intentional act. You already would know what is going to cost you to make a certain
I don't think
food.
you're getting
So when you
something.
add more, you know what you're doing.
No. What I'm saying in essence is if you were getting, I don't think a man should be questioning you on how many or what's the quantity of this you're going to get, what's the quantity of that you're going to buy, what's the quantity of that. What I'm just saying is sum it up. You were collecting 250K for the upkeep.
So you're saying she should have been a smarter liar because it will be difficult for her to get caught when she's cooking.
Are you saying
because
that?
Now we don't know how much it's sold in the market. But for this one, it's easier for her to get caught.
I think you're putting words in my mouth,
and
that is robbing you of getting my point. My point is not saying your husband is asking you, how would I even put it? I want you to understand, and I don't want you to misquote me.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, instead of lying about that is a lie. But you're saying, I used to collect 50K before, but because of inflation and all of that, I need you to give me 500 now. That's you going directly. You're not putting price to anything, but you're saying, I want more for my upkeep. That is what I'm saying. You can raise that. And that's not a lie.
That's for upkeep. That's your
upkeep.
allowance.
That's allowance.
That one is different now.
It's
not money for food.
That's for the upkeep. Okay, so money for food comes under what? You think a man would just say, oh, this is money for food, this is money for your personal
That's why
upkeep.
I presume allowance should not be for feeding. Allowance is for you to take care of yourself.
It's
not
an
for
allowance.
You to eat.
It's an allowance, and it depends on your family.
Yeah,
maybe your husband says, this is money for food, this is utility, this is if it breaks it down. But an allowance is an allowance. And
so you're basically
several other things can come under that.
In a case where the allowance, involves feeding, your upkeep, and taking care of the children.
So just raise it. Tell him that this is what you were sending. It's no more enough. This is what I want now. Make it direct.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Before I move over to Tobilola, let me just quickly ask you, have you ever, in the course of your marriage, added any extra amounts, anything you wanted to get from your husband?
Never.
Not even one. I find it hard to believe. I feel like it's in our DNA to want to add extra something.
It's not in my DNA. You see, that's what I'm saying. Okay. I think the thing is that, I'm not saying that, how would I put it now? And I don't want to stand the risk of revealing too much about my home. But what I want to say is, I'm a person that irrespective of what I'm going through, I don't think there's anything that will make me want to lie intentionally, or want to, that's just a major thing. Lie to get more.
You actually never just added 5,000, 10,000 to something. Never.
No.
Okay, I'm moving on to Toby, but let me just ask you this first. Have you ever, in the course of your marriage, added any amount to what you want to collect from your
Now I'll
husband?
tell you, I want to add another money side. This man no go do me. See, I don't.
That's
See,
it.
that's.
Yeah,
I feel,
I just want an answer before
no,
I come
I
to
have
you.
not.
You've
I mean,
never done that.
I've never done that.
You did.
No, I'm serious. I will tell you, like, if I will tell you the
Some
price.
of you are forming virtuous women now.
So I will tell you the
I will
price.
tell you if I've done it.
Do you understand?
Okay.
I will tell you if I've done it. I will tell you the price. I will tell you, baby, this is the price. 3,500. You will give me 5,000.
And you do that every time you need extra.
Yes, now.
But I
And
really need
sometimes
to.
you'll be like,
Every time he would give it to you,
no,
even
sometimes you
knowing
tell
how
me-
the
no,
economy
may
if
not
it
give
depends-
you
if I
all
know
the
that my
time,
husband
Cassie. You know
is
the
in
answer to
the-
that.
You know, there are times you know your husband is in the spending.
Yeah,
mood.
mood. Exactly.
So I will tell you, baby,
You
this
can
now,
always
this
pray
thing I
on
want to
that.
buy is 3,500. But the thing is that you give me 5,000, I have another thing to buy. He will not say, okay, I will not give you 5,000. I'll
I'll
give you 4,000.
Exactly.
That's
Alright.
when he's in the spending
But I
mood.
really
though.
need to add this.
All right, yeah.
After saying all I said
Mhm.
about, I mean, putting it out there that lying is bad, stealing is bad,
Yeah.
however it comes, I don't think there's anybody that's permitted to scam you or to lie to you or to steal from you other than your wife.
So you're saying she's allowed to.
I'm not
It's her
saying that.
right
I'm
at
only
the end of the
saying
day.
that some
So bad.
husbands, since you know that women do that, some women, since you said it's in your DNA,
Our DNA.
no, your
No,
DNA.
No,
Since
no,
you
no.
said
Cassie,
it's
speak for
in
yourself.
women's DNA.
It's not in my
You
DNA.
should already. Some women already give that allowance that men will cheat. It's not in my own purview.
DNA.
I will never subscribe to that. So,
Same
but
here.
some women already leave that allowance. They make up their mind. They already prepare their minds.
Like,
When it
And
happens.
just in
yeah, that if this man cheats, it's in their DNA or it's allowed or something. So you also know that women pad. Even you did when you were in school. I'm talking about men.
Exactly.
They all did. You do it to get materials. You do
I
it
never
to.
did that in
So
school.
those they do that, and
Never
that's where
acted
it
that for any
starts.
You didn't add any, even for project money.
And that's
to
where
buy
it
handouts.
starts.
No, I didn't.
Wow.
So those are the issues,
All
but
right,
you should
let me move
already
over to
give that
Tomi.
allowance.
So before you give yours your own take, now, why in your dating experience, while you're collecting, I'm sure you, of course, want to ask from your your boyfriend or once in a while, have you ever added any extra amounts to what you needed from him?
Okay, I'm not trying to blow my trumpet now. I don't think I asked for money. And
At all?
I don't expect money.
I know, but have you ever asked? You
No, I don't. I
all the people you've dated, you've never for once had the
honestly,
needs that you reached out to
it is
them.
really hard to say.
Independent woman.
But I'm not saying I'm independent, but I think I've actually grown to know that I'm not entitled to anything.
I know,
Yeah.
but somebody you're
Yes.
dating, so you are free
Yes,
to
anyone I'm
ask once
dating,
in
I
a
don't-
while.
Yes, if you, I love when I have a partner that gives willingly.
Without
You know,
I
I
knows
need
your
something.
needs. I
Yes,
knows
you
your
know my needs, and you're
needs.
giving it
Yeah.
to me. But I find it very hard to ask people for help. I think whenever I'm in a space and I think I need help, I find it hard to tell people I need this, I need money for this, and I'm hungry. I need money for food. So it's a situation whereby I'm in a relationship with. I find it very hard to even ask you to. tell you to
That's
give.
me
extra.
too.
Even when I was with my parents, when I was still in school, I don't even add more money to my school fees, and I don't know how to do it.
Project,
I think I'm
handouts.
too saint to that extent to now start adding inflating money to
Wow.
things. I feel that people make money. People go through things to make money, so I shouldn't be that entitled
Exactly.
to their money. Yeah, so I don't think I fall in that line.
Okay,
at
I'm
all.
in the midst of very, very virtuous ladies today. Wow, I'm impressed. I am. All right, so join the conversation. What do you think of what this lady has done now? Is this something that should be, should be criticized for, should be praised for, something you should just accept? Because at the end of the day, like I said, a lot of women do, and I feel like for men out there, men like to normalize, like she said, cheating because they feel like cheating is something that's in everyone's DNA. And at the same time, you guys might say it's not in your DNA, but a lot of women out there like to add extra amounts to things that they are collecting, money from their partner. So should we say just the way we normalize the men doing their own, we should normalize a woman doing this too because it's the spirit of a woman?
All right, going in line with the current trend, we listen, we don't judge. But unfortunately, we're about to judge you. The wife, I think that was a wrong move because trust has a lot to do in marriage, in a relationship. Yes, we're saying that, yes, women should ask for, you should do this. It's your entitlement to ask for money to inflate the prices of things. But where do trust stand in this? Because 8 years, regardless, even if the man was stingy, I don't think he would be. I'm sorry, I'm about to lose my voice.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
And I feel that 8 years is too long For a woman, if only, I'm so sorry to use the word wicked, you're too wicked, because these people out there are working tirelessly for you to even have a husband that still remembers home, paying your children's school fees regularly, then he's doing enough. He's doing enough. The thing is that women, sometimes you have a husband that is paying the school fees. You have other things you need to sort. Do it. You're also working, because if you're trying to rely on your husband to do every single thing, but we believe that once you're out of the country, you believe that your life is smooth. But what if that 250,000 naira that is sending monthly is last sweat? Is doing dirty jobs to get it. But as a woman, you always want to do this. But the truth is, it's possible she's using the money for something else. We can't say, because we can't just judge.
I was only going to come to that.
Yes, what we read online, there may be so many stories behind it. It might be stingy. Regardless, I feel that 8 years is something you can even sort out with him. Talk to him about it. You're hurting me. You're doing this. I'm going to start cheating if you don't stop paying this and this. And yes, threaten him.
You think
you should resort to that?
An African man?
No.
He's not doing his own over there.
That if he isn't already.
Anyways, I feel that was a wrong move. Trust is very important. So once you break that trust, I don't think anything can mend it. It will take time. So this one right now, only God can actually just help them.
Well, let's look at it from this angle. Now, to me, what if all this money she was, just taking extra for him, it's like a financial backup? Because let's assume he's paying 500 or 1 million per month for these kids now, because that's the original amount she was collecting. It's possible that whenever she's asking for any extra amount, it's like, baby, I don't have now. You have to wait for like the next 2 months. And within that next 2 months, it's difficult for her to take care of herself and the kids. So probably all the extra money she was collecting, she was saving it for rainy days, for days when her husband will not have. That's a possibility that we should not strike off. So in that case, would you still say that what she did is wrong? Because we do know that there are some men, like you've said, whose priority are their children, not their wives. You come to them, I need money. Maybe she's a housewife too, who knows? Or maybe she's working, but she's not really getting paid well. We know how hard things are in the country. She needs to make sure she's looking good, because she's seen a lot of fine or clean skin girls out there. So she needs to maintain her skin too. But whenever he's coming back, we know this. Her self-esteem needs to be on point. If not, she's going to be feeling bad herself. So would you still say she did something wrong? If you look at it from this angle.
I think she did something wrong, because I mentioned trust earlier. There's another thing we call transparency. Regardless of whatever you feel you need, communicate. Because the truth is, at the end of the day, people will blame you. I don't know if anyone else is going to blame her, but I think I blame her for that kind of move. 8 years trying to dupe your husband for 500K every time. It's too much. And I feel that if you want something, talk about it. I don't feel for the man to drop money.
What if she wasn't getting? Because it's 8 good years. It's possible she had been asking previously.
Is it possible for him
to
ask for 8 years and nothing is coming out of it?
If she knows who she's married to,
it's possible.
She probably would just resign to that
if you could
reality.
Point that, how is it possible for her to get money through dubious means from her husband for straight 8?
And he didn't know.
It's possible for her to have communicated the needs to the man, and he would neglect.
So she has just resigned to the fact that, you know what, now my own way of collecting my own thing with this. I know a lot of women who are in the reality of that situation. Whenever they ask their husband for things, he doesn't give it to them.
So they make excuses.
Exactly. So they have to find a way to add something extra to whatever other thing they are going to ask, whether for house upkeep or children upkeep. They just have to add some just to make do with themselves. So would we really castigate those women?
Yeah, I think I should just lower my judgment now, since I'm not married. I think they can relate better.
So they've claimed to be virtuous ones that would never do that.
I can't relate, because I don't know if I actually find myself in that situation as well. I might do more or worse. But let me just leave it to the married ones to judge.
All right, so Judith, seeing as I've put out this scenario now about probably she was trying to save this for rainy days, for her personal upkeep, take care of herself, for the kids, maybe to make sure that they are looking good, because going to a school where they are paying 250K per term, that's honestly a school for butties. Yeah. And you definitely would want your child to have the best hair, the best shoe. If they're going on vacation, you want to be able to pay for that. Probably is of the sense that I'm already paying 250K or 500K for school fees. They don't need to go for any other extra restaurant. That's enough for them. But she wants to be able to maintain that level that her children's schoolmates are having with her own kids too. So would you blame her for that? She's just trying to be a good mom. Make sure her children still get what they need, aside education,
The thing is that because I'm hungry and malnourished, and go somewhere to steal, Does that make it right?
Mm.
That's the question. I'm malnourished. You can see. You know I'm hungry. But you still see the mobs will still want to burn you.
Yeah. But
the
when
Bible did say that if you're hungry and you go into a farm, just pick what you will eat. Eat it there. And do not take extra. Don't take anything out.
Yeah, and I'm saying, but you know the person. Like I'm just saying, because if we try to normalize something, some people will take it overboard and do worse.
Yeah.
So there are some things that you can say it's normal, but it's not right. I feel that's why we always say on this show, know who you're married to, so that things like this will not be coming up. Now,
what if this is her own way of coping with who she's married to?
The coping. You are coping. As in you want to cope.
Because the alternative is to leave for someone that is more generous.
But you know that in marriage, if you cope, you will die. Yeah, sometimes you see.
In the present, a lot of women, a lot of African women actually right now, all they like to do, all they know how to do is
cope.
Exactly.
If you enjoy, you will coping and enjoying in marriage can kill you. That's why they will say you should live with what, as in you can actually like a level something.
The alternative to coping is leaving. How many women want to leave?
See,
how many?
Now that this man now has brought it outside, come and disgrace his family, because it's not me, his family. But I don't think, you know what it means to steal from some, because you know when we think people are outside this country, we feel they are good, they are okay, they are fine. I have friends outside. I know what they do. Like before you get a good job over there, for like 1 or 2, 3 to 4 years, you're doing crazy jobs. And you can like see, I love a marriage or a relationship that is built on communication. Can't you just tell this man, see, this is the kid's school fees, but the housekeeper of this is what I need, because stealing is stealing.
Yeah, but we've touched that angle, and we've said it's possible that she has told him,
she might have
and he didn't take
reasons.
it as a priority.
She must have right reasons to do this.
Because looking at the character of the man, a man who can carry your personal business to public, does he really have a good character?
She might have right.
Because why would you have issues with your wife and you're bringing it to social media for us to judge?
She might have right reasons to do what she
went about it the wrong way, right?
What is the wrong way?
Okay, but I want to ask you,
if she has a daughter, what
would she have done? Thank you. The right reason. The right way to go.
The right way to go. Me, I will tell you, this thing is not okay. Open something, open a business or something I can run.
With what?
With money.
What money?
I think the problem I'm having is why
lie?
Why is she still in Nigeria and she's not?
She's not there.
Obviously, if the man had agreed, she would have left.
Because the thing is that
the man would definitely say, no, I want to go and hustle there. You stay, I'll be. Many Nigerian men, some of them even from there, come here to marry you and keep you. They get a house and rent for you, get a car, keep for you. They don't want you to come meet them there.
I feel Mago is always the easiest way to handle things, and it's not supposed to be so.
Okay, but what should she have done?
There are some
okay, now, just as Tope has said,
she would have thought about
how would she because leaving out communication, because she must have tried communication, it didn't work. Leaving out communication, what other way could she have
should not always be.
I know, but give us a solution.
See, let's leave communication out of it. She can tell her husband for 8 years. If she can scam this man for 8 years and he can provide that for 8 years, then I'm sure in
he was providing for his kids.
For his kids, yes.
Mind you.
There are some things you would have told him, I want to start up a business or something. I'm tired of being here on my own. But I don't like the fact that we always want to use Mago to fight something.
Okay, this scenario. She has said, oh, I really want to. I'm a housewife, I know, but I would like to have a business.
I'm not sure how open is that wicked now.
And I would like to have that. And he's saying that I need you to just stay home, take care of my kids,
because
devote all your time to them. And over the years, she's saying that, oh, that's not what I want.
Exactly.
I want more out of life. Because you're not here. I don't know what you're doing there.
Exactly.
I need to build something, a backup.
Well, so,
and then she keeps doing that.
One day you decide you're tired of me too.
I'm just trying to build a scenario. And then she's getting this money. Wait. She's getting this money so she could, build that business. Then when it starts yielding, she's going to come up
and pay back.
She's going to come out claim to him that she has been, and then pay back. So
why are we concluding on her behalf? Because we don't even know what she's
doing. We're not concluding. We're just trying to
taking her like different angles that this could have happened.
It's just
is
painting scenarios.
it's something looks good.
You know, I actually
doesn't make it right. But
came
if you-
across
if you
a
stick-
post, sorry to cut you short, about a man who said he was putting out this criteria for his wife, his girlfriend, whoever is going to date, whoever is going to get married to. You can't do business. Whether you're having a physical shop,
Exactly.
or whether you're doing online. He literally said you can't even do any, like, you cannot just be in the house and say you want to have an online
Then
business.
me, I will
He
tell
was
you.
forbidding it.
Eh,
So
then me,
what
I will
happens
give you
when
my
you're
own
married to
rules.
somebody like that who
What
has
rules?
cut
In
you
the
off from
marriage?
being able to make your own money and
Cassie,
still doesn't
but
give
you
you
would
money
know
for
all
yourself?
these laid down rules before you go into
God
marriage.
bless you. I
You
think
may
that was
not
about-
know
is-
that.
It's
it has
possible
No,
to
now.
know.
I've
No,
always
no.
been an advocate of there are some red flags you
That
will
Yes.
see
Yeah.
way before you get into the marriage. But
Mhm.
believe me sincerely, it's easy to castigate someone whose situation you're not in. Sometimes you get into this marriage before you
And
begin
people
to
change.
see these things,
Mm.
and then you'll be like, you're already
Why didn't
there.
I
You
see
have
it?
to cope.
Why didn't
You
I
have to
see
do
it?
some things.
Well, see,
Sometimes men can be very devious. It's probably deceiving you, telling you, okay, don't worry, I'll allow you to work, I'll allow you to have your own business. You enter, you get pregnant, he tells you, no, you have to
There
sit
are
down.
several
What
red
choice do
flags you
have?
can see,
See.
but there are some you will never see until you
Because
get
I'm
into the
saying
marriage.
before you can
What I'm
say
saying-
we listen and we want to judge, could you find another way that she would have gone about this? Yes, we know Magomago is not good, but what is the right way that she would have done?
you can keep speaking. I don't think.
He's
Is it
not
that you can keep speaking,
listening.
or you start up something and tell him, or you tell him you want to get something, even if you want to get it in the kid's name, even if you want to
Exactly.
get
So,
it in the kid's name.
Tommy asked me the same thing, and
yeah.
I'm going to ask you: is that not the same as
No,
lying
not lying.
in the kids'
I
name?
want to get
Because
this
you've
thing
lied
in
in the kid's name with the school fees too.
Not no in the
What
kids'
do
name.
you,
And
what do you want
buy
to
it
get?
in the kids' name?
What's
It can
that?
be a land, it can be a business, it can be anything.
And you think he's not going to monitor it?
No,
At the end of the day, it belongs
you're
to
managing
him.
it. You're
It's
managing
his
it
money.
for
He's
the
going to
children.
ask for
his
feedback
kids.
and
It belongs to him and not you.
Yes,
Those
but
kids
you are
actually
being
have
paid
his
from it.
surname.
You are being paid, and it's genuine. It's legal. It's genuine. But I don't like the fact that we want to make
If you're
something
saying through
look
the kids and you're the one making money, he's going to be able to see through it. Come on. He
How?
can see through it because he knows it's you that is getting
Yes.
the money, not his
I'm
children.
starting
If
up a
not, he will
business
tell you,
in my
start it
kids'
up
name.
for them and be
I'm
sending the
and I'm
money to
managing
my
it for
account.
them.
Think a man will give you money to start up
course,
business in
people
his
do
kids'
that.
name.
A sensible
No.
man will do.
You're not listening.
do
You're
that.
not listening to yourself. A business in his kids' name. What do they need the business for?
And the money
Is
is
it that
going
he
to
cannot
him.
provide
Where do you
for
think,
them? No. I'm
parents
just
who have
asking
those
you.
things that they
I'm
will,
just asking you
He knows
practical
the money
questions.
is going to you. That's the thing.
I'm
He
just
can
asking
see
you
through it.
because
Because the kids cannot
practical
manage a
questions.
business. It's
I would
you.
manage it.
If it is a man who has said,
If it's a
I
man-
don't want you to do business, do you not think he's
If
going to be
it's a
smart
man-
enough to pick it up?
If it's
That
a
you are
man
trying
that
to
always
open a
thinks
business for
about his
yourself.
kids, you use his kids. That's just
And
it.
so what
I don't
happens?
think he
and
will
do a
And
do
what
that.
happens when he tells you this morning now we're going to create an account and I'm going to be the only official signature to the
It's
account?
he's fun and he can't do that. He doesn't have that time.
It's possible.
He
Somebody
doesn't
that
have
does
that.
not
He
want
should
you to
come
have your
Nigeria,
own
come and
money,
sign-
can do
come and
everything.
come and
He
sign
doesn't
something.
need to
Remember, he
come to
came to
Nigeria
Nigeria
to
to find out the
sign.
school
See,
fees amount. So you can
Cassie,
actually
I
do that
just feel
too.
there are ways to take money from your husband. This is someone you're married to for 8 years or more than 8 years. There are ways to take money from him.
Have
that
you
does
not
involve
met men
stealing.
that are stingy?
Men that
to
we
the
have caught,
core?
stingy cocoa men, I've met them.
Exactly. So do you think the only way to deal with them is the right ways? Those kind of men, you have to find way to move around them. You
And
cannot
still
go
fuck
through
them.
if it comes down to it. If you find out that you've
Me,
ended
I
up
would not-
marrying
I think
somebody
that
that is
support stealing.
stingy,
See,
I would
if it
not
comes down
support
to it,
stealing.
you have to just find a way
at
around
the end
it.
of the day, I will just tell you this. See, in marriage, there are no hard and fast rules.
Of course,
You
what works
cannot
for may not
directly
work for
say
me.
this is wrong and this is right, even though we know that stealing is wrong.
It's
It
true.
is wrong. But then you can never and you should never tell a woman in marriage that this thing that you've done, especially when you need to really know, dig
full
deep, try
But if
to
I know
get,
the
you
full
need
story,
to really
but
know the full
I am
story.
coming from a
And if you
general
cannot
background.
have an avenue to get the full story, you
I
have
am
to
coming-
build
I
scenarios
am
just
coming
the
from
way
a
we've
general
done.
background because I
Exactly.
don't want,
Else,
there are some things that
You might just fall into
I'm
sin.
coming from a general background that says stealing is not always an option because something is you have there's no hard and fast route to marriage. Yes, what works for you might not work for me.
All right,
But there's a universal
let's
rule.
give our final
Just like
takes
I
now.
think we're just
just as
saying.
killing is
I
bad.
think.
Just
I
as
think.
stealing is bad and
I
it's
know I said it
unethical.
before that
You
stealing
can't
is bad,
put
but I
it on
don't
the
think we
same
should put
pedestal,
it
though.
exactly
You can't
on the
put
same
killing
pedestal with
somebody, taking
stealing.
someone's life and stealing from your
See,
husband.
it is
it's
a
not the
husband.
same thing.
See, don't normalize
It's really
stealing for
not.
we women because so many
It
people
is
would
a
do that
husband.
and say, "Oh, we've normalized it and we can just put it under the carpet."
That's
No,
the same way we
stealing
normalize
is wrong.
cheating.
That's what I'm
is
saying.
wrong
So
and it's
if
wrong.
they can be so happy about the fact that cheating is normalized, they should not grumble if they want to normalize this for women. They shouldn't.
2 wrongs cannot make a right.
No, in this
While
one, we
I
will
will
allow it
never
to be.
say that, while I'll never say that you should normalize cheating or normalize this, I think that there are some exceptions to the rules. A woman who is neglected in a marriage as well, or a man who is neglected in his marriage, may find it so hard.
Leave.
How many people can just up and leave? You just say leave like
exactly.
it's so easy to just say, oh, I'm done,
So,
I'm
You
going.
can't take it
When
anymore.
would
If
you-
can't take
Especially in
it
this
anymore,
society
you
that we're
leave.
in, it's not just easy to just get
What
your
So
kids
now,
and leave.
now that she's out there and he has painted her as a thief, her family members are saying her as a thief.
I don't
her
think many
image is
Nigerians
stained.
would. I don't think many Nigerians or
She would
even many
still
people
want
in
to
the world
stay.
would
I'm
ever
sure he would
label
still
her
want
a
to stay.
thief.
He might not trust her anymore, but then I don't think any of them are looking
Cassie,
towards
I would
breaking out the
not
marriage.
normalize a wife scamming her husband. I would not.
Okay.
I would not go for
You're
it
not
because
normalizing it.
I would not even
We're
support
asking you to
it.
You're just
understand it.
allowing
matter-
this, understanding
No
it.
matter the undertone, but I feel these are two people united together. Why are you hurting yourselves in that way?
I
Mm.
do
I
hope
like.
that.
I
Do
can't,
you really
do
love
hope-
him?
I know
I
you're
can't really
married.
I think so,
understand.
honestly.
You just may not have seen some things in your own marriage, but sometimes when you get there, I do hope that you can actually tell women
See-
honestly. You know, some people have said, some people just come out when they get pregnant, when they conceive after several years of waiting. They just come out to say it's a miracle. And
They
some
don't tell you the
people, they don't tell you
struggles.
how they got the miracle. It might be through
Mhm.
IVF. It's also a miracle
Exactly.
because several people have had IVFs that have failed.
Mhm.
But that's a miracle because yours worked. And I only hope, what I'm driving at is, I only hope that when you come across some situations in your marriage, you can honestly tell other women how to cope
How to
and how
cope
to
with-
go about
See,
that.
they're
Because
messy.
it's possible
See.
you have not witnessed that, maybe from your husband. And I'm not saying you will, but I'm saying that there are
Because
some
the truth is
situations.
that I know.
Marriage
If
is
you ever come
dynamic, and
across
you
that,
have
I
to
feel
be
like
as
you have the
dynamic as
tendency
you.
to do that.
See,
Probably you've been
see.
lucky enough to date people that are generous with you. But I feel like if you ever come across somebody who is stingy, you do have that tendency
See, I've
to do
always-
something like that
see,
based on the
thing is
little
that-
understanding I've had of your own
See,
personality.
The thing is
Well, so
that
it's possible
I've
that's
always-
because you're not in that shoe. That's
Yeah.
why you're judging.
I've always tried my best.
But we're giving our final takes now, guys.
I've
So
always
this is your
tried
final take.
Yeah, I've always tried my best to always sort things out myself. I had an issue with that with my husband before I got married. Like you always want to do things for yourself. So before I got married, I had to mellow down on that.
Allowing him to be the man.
Do you understand?
Like
To
taking
be
some
so
responsibilities.
and start as in I just had to mellow down and be a baby girl for him. Because in the first early years of our relationship dating, I was always I don't do my thing. So I had to, because he had an issue with that because that's where that was, when you come from a family whereby you start earning from 15, 14, 16, you live a life that you get on your own.
Yeah.
That's why I said I didn't do that because I was paying bills in school. So that's why I feel that it's not, if you get married, you don't need
It
to.
might not be your go-to
It might not
thing.
be your go-to. There are
Okay.
ways to.
All right.
Yes, you can be dating somebody and still, you
that's-
understand. That one is normal, this thing. But
That's your final
I just
take.
feel, let's not normalize bad thing.
All
That's
right.
my own.
Okay, please, your final
Well,
take.
I've said it before that there is no excuse for lying. However, there are situations that will warrant
Permitted. Yeah.
or permit some things. And I am not in your situation, so I cannot judge you.
And we don't know the full
But-
story, sha.
See, my point will be that if you're going to do this, do it for such a time, a short period of time, to build yourself. I can understand the need for a woman to say, I'm insecure right here. I'm in Nigeria. You're over there. I cannot see. And I don't want to start questioning you. That would create a rift between us as a couple. And you want to give yourself some sort of backup. So I can understand your need for that. But you really need to stop, because the man, once he knows, he would not like it, to stop and then give him a reason. I think that my own point will be, okay, you just want to set yourself up. And when you're done setting yourself up, you're going to pay him back. Or at least try to pay him back, because he may not want the money.
Okay, or you might not want to reveal your secret because if he knows about it, distrust could come in. All right, Tommy, your final take, please.
I feel right now the trust is broken, and there are so many things she needs to do to bring back the trust.
Yeah.
But she mentioned something earlier about red flags and the fact that you can't see them until you're married.
Mm-hmm.
But there is something about money. If you're stingy, you're stingy.
We'll
If
see.
you have a stingy brother from when he was 5, he's going to be stingy till he's 100. If you're stingy, you're stingy. She saw the red flags. That's if he's stingy. That's if they, you don't know what the case is.
Yeah.
If you're stingy, it's stingy. So it's possible that he has been showing you those signs of, oh, babe, I want to do
Stingy
something.
coco.
I want to start up a business. I
say
want
no.
to start this. I said, no, don't do it. Don't do it. And then
Or
he
keeps
went
promising
out.
and he never
keeps
fulfills
promising, he
it.
doesn't, or he borrows money from you, he doesn't return it. There are men like that are not accountable to so many things. So if you're not saying that, so I feel that it's possible you saw the red flags, but you felt, oh no, I can deal with it. But now you can't deal with it anymore. Or you now not look for another way to now start getting money from him, which is wrong because it is not justifiable. If you stole, you stole. If you commit murder, you're a murderer. If you rape someone, you're a rapist. So there's yes, I raped her because she's wearing miniskirt. That's the kind of example we are giving.
Raping in marriage?
Not marriage.
No. But there's raping in marriage. Would you excuse that too?
Anyways, are we talking about raping in marriage?
Let's not go deep because of time.
To.
That should be a topic
but I
on its
think
own
that there are
entirely.
just some red flags that you think you can, handle this. And, I've said it before on the show that proximity enlarges things and it makes you get tired. Sometimes because of the distance, you feel, okay, it's just minor. And then it grows in a marriage. And so that may be the situation. Because you cannot tell me that you're not seeing some sort of terrible thing about a spouse or a partner. But would that tell you not to go into it if it is not about the values that you hold? And that's going to be a direct red flag.
We actually have to wrap it up now. So for me, my final take would be knowing who you got married to. If you understand that your husband is somebody who only sees his children as a priority and not you, and you've come to understand the reality of it, please, anyhow you have to survive, do it. At the end of the day, we can only sit down here and we judge you and the rest, but we're not living in your situation. We don't know what it's like for you. So whichever way you have to survive as a woman to be alive for your kids, just do it. So far, you're not committing any serious crime. I mean, at the end of the day, it's only her husband she's taking from. She's not doing like 419 or anything. It's not
commit adultery. Don't commit adultery.
All right. Okay, so I have to go on a quick break, and then when we come back, we discuss what's trended. Don't go nowhere. Turn it up! It's the Wild Wild West, and Western Spring Television is pulling out all the stops to make sure that you don't miss out on every of the fun and happenings around you. Yup, we've got you covered because your girls got all the juiciest tidbits and entertainment news from around the world. Cross over to the chocolatey side of entertainment. Join me, Chocolate Cassie, on Eccentric as we take you into every bit of the juiciest news, fashion, music, movie updates, and other trending conversations. Together on the show, we'll get personal with your favorite celebrities via phone call, Zoom, or even live here in the studio. Eccentric will be showing on your TV screen on Western Spring Television, channel 190, only on StarTimes. Yeah, welcome back to the Ladies Talk Show. We just had a heat-set discussion, and now we'll be moving onto something a bit more heated because it has, gotten traction. This particular person is getting heat left, right, center. I'm talking about Davido, the musician, the popular one. He's even supposed to have, I think, a concert coming this December, but apparently they are threatening to cancel this concert because he said something in an interview while he was outside the country. Now, Davido has dual citizenship. He was born in Atlanta, all his siblings, his mom, his dad, his school there and everything. So he's an American citizen, he's a Nigerian citizen too. And while he was over there during an interview, he was being asked about people who want to, leave America to come to Nigeria. And he said, don't come back. Economy here is terrible, it's in shambles. We're an oil producing country, but still we're having high increments in oil price. He basically talked down on the economy and said that we don't really have the best leader right now. Now, I wouldn't say what he said was particularly bad because at the end of the day, what he said was true. But some people have been like, even though what you said was true, there was no need for you to take our own dirty linen outside
That's already outside.
for the international
Don't they have
public
social
to know.
media?
That's
Wait.
the debate.
Cassie, wait,
Yeah.
calm down. When you go to Twitter every day,
Mm-hmm.
you go to X every day.
Mm-hmm.
Is it not us taking our dirty
No.
linen?
Someone is a different thing. Like we are dragging ourselves, we're not going to
No,
we're not going to billboards and Instagram to tell people that
people know they see her. No, make I first talk because why not they kill the guy? Wait, people know they see her.
people are seeing it as it's a different thing if it's just banter between two Nigerians. But when you are speaking with someone that is a non-Nigerian,
He's speaking on
because
our behalf.
you know how
US will borrow us money. I help our life.
Come on. You know how for Nigerians we are allowed to drag ourselves, but once a foreign entity comes in, would finish drop what we're doing and we drag you.
Cassie.
So probably they felt you are speaking to somebody that is a non-Nigerian, so you have no right
that Nigerians
to speak bad about us to them.
Say they said Nigerians want to come back. Abi?
Or to come and invest in the country. So basically, he has discouraged people from coming back to Nigeria to invest in our economy.
Is it
because the
Nigerians that want
economy
to
is
come
in
back?
shambles.
Is it Nigerians that want to come back and invest?
Anybody that wants to come
Because
from
if
America to Nigeria.
If Nigerians want to come back and invest, you tell them that you should not come back. Do you know that you are owing money?
I know.
We are owing money. You are owing
We
money.
know.
So,
Over 600 and something
all of us are
thousand.
owing money. You know they will change our name. All of us are owing money.
Change our name to what?
You don't hear. You just say they have changed your name. You don't know. See, because one, he didn't really lie. He was just saying his own mind that for now, he said for now, I don't think they should come and do some kind of investment because the country is not stable. Don't be lying. He talk true. And we have been cursing our president on the internet since. So people have even telling us people should calm down. So
the cocoa of it.
Because it's him, it's Davido. If it's another person like me that commented this in outside, nobody will talk. Nobody will talk.
He's an ambassador.
Exactly, he's an ambassador. So I feel like what is causing the bone of contention is that probably if he was having this discussion with a fellow Nigerian like maybe it was doing it here, because we discuss such things like we're doing that here now.
Yeah,
if you had done that here, it should have been overlooked. But the fact that he went outside when he was supposed to be, carrying and shining our flag, just speaking good about us.
Right?
Is your flag shining outside?
You fake it till you make it right.
Is your flag shining in that outside country now?
I've had
Something
a lot
like
of thoughts
that
about
we should not be
it.
traveling outside again.
I was having a heated talk. I mean, myself and my husband were on the same page, but I was mad that morning when I was watching it. See, there is no way I want to think about it that I would see Davido in the wrong. This guy is privileged to boot. His family, everything. He has his own money. He has family money.
He doesn't even care if he do it.
But he could have kept quiet and turned a blind eye to the plight of Nigerians because he can afford anything. But then he chose to speak on some international platform. See,
because that's the only place
our platforms here have failed us. You know why?
Yes.
We try to control every. We are media people. We try to control and censor everything we say on our space.
Thank you.
And just like Ruben Abati said, it's some sort of iron dome that our government is already building around media. You cannot really speak freely. So what platform are you saying that we should speak from exactly? And those people that are castigating him are the same people he's talking for. I mean, sometimes we do not reason. We just want to talk. We just want to join the bandwagon. Some people don't have opinions of their own. Once a figure in high a position is saying this, it's just go. They don't reason themselves. There was something else I wanted to say. Maybe before we go.
Have to wrap it up. Let me move over to Temi. What's your take on
this? Very
quickly, please.
I agree with the ladies because one of the things that is affecting us as a country is we are not telling ourselves the truth. We keep on hiding. Even Peter Obi came out to say this recently about health practitioners that whenever you travel out to study nurse, don't come back home. Nobody said anything to him. That's the truth. Don't come back because the economy is bad. It's not good for you. But if you're trying to now push people to penury, to failure, because you want to try to paint Nigeria is painted.
Two other things of note. Some people have been arguing that the president also said the same thing in Brazil. And then one other thing, Nigeria does not have a good PR.
It does not matter what we say.
At the end of the day.
If a government could
At the end
kill
of the
its
day.
own children on Nigerian soil
At the end
and
of the
people
day.
outside saw that, I don't think we
All
can
right.
do much.
All right,
These outside
ladies.
people to carry the news
Thank you
forward.
so
Yes,
much
we
for
We
your
need them
time.
because
Shout out to you, Judtih Ahana. Shout out to you, Temitope. Shout out to you, Tomilola. Lovely to have you in the studio today. Don't forget, guys, you can catch past episodes of our show on our YouTube page at Western Spring Television. As to remain your host, Chika.
you do 100
Have a
100 MB,
wonderful rest
100
of
MB,
your
and cost
night.
person that is doing 100 gig. You know the shame. 100